How to finally get rid of fruit flies. You probably already have all the stuff you need to wipe them out. Of all the household pests that might invade your home, fruit flies aren't the worst. They're not going to poison you, they're not especially disgusting to look at, and they scare off with the flutter of your hand, temporarily, at least. Still, they can make you feel a little ashamed, like you have an unclean home, and they're certainly annoying. First, a little good news: flies aren't necessarily your fault. It's not a cleanliness issue. Flies can come in on your produce when you bring your groceries home, says Melissa Riker, who blogs home tips at the Happier Homemaker. And they are incredibly hard to control once you have them in your home because they can lay eggs on anything, even the smallest little crumbs. And they can get in your drains and lay eggs. How unpleasant to think about. Luckily, there are plenty of steps you can take to prevent fruit flies from settling in, to get rid of them once you have them, and to prevent them from coming back. Here are a few methods. When you bring home fresh produce from the grocery store or market, wash it off before storing or displaying it. You could just rinse it with water, or you can use one of those fruit and vegetables washers that they sell, or you can just use vinegar and water, says Riker. For that vinegar wash, Riker mixes around 2 parts water to 1 part vinegar, and notes that the combination might also keep your food from rotting a little bit longer as it kills some bacteria. Make sure to give your fruits and veggies one more final rinse in water before you're done, though, so the vinegar flavor and scent don't stick around. If the little suckers have already infiltrated, here's one way to kill them. I would take like a jar and put something that's going to attract them inside, says Riker. Fruit flies like sweet, rotting, fermenting things, so you could try overripe fruit, old wine, stale beer or soda, or apple cider vinegar. Put that in the jar, and cover the jar with plastic wrap and poke a couple of small holes. They can get in and they can't get out, she says. Riker suggests placing a few of these jars around your home, perhaps near sinks, cabinets, or the trash, if the problem's gotten bad and you want to guarantee wiping them out ASAP. Or stage a dish trap. Another way to kill the flies is by drowning them. For that, you would use the apple cider vinegar or the wine or the beer as well, but you would add 3 drops or so of dish detergent, Riker says. Put it in a saucer, so it's wide, because then once they come down to it, the detergent breaks the surface tension and they drown. Try a store-bought product. There are insect sprays and repellents you could spritz around your kitchen, as well as sticky fly paper and plastic traps. But Riker hasn't tried them, she says, because honestly, I feel like the apple cider vinegar really does the same thing. It just attracts them and traps them. You probably already have all the stuff you need to fix the problem. Watch out for crumbs and older fruit. No, you shouldn't shame yourself as a housekeeper if some fruit flies appear, because again, you would have to be unbelievably meticulous, says Riker, to keep them out. But there are some hygienic behaviors you can be sure to maintain. It's just a matter of cleaning up crumbs, and if your fruit starts to go overripe, go ahead and throw it out because that sweetness attracts them. They're attracted by the sweetness of fruits, fructose. They fly around the fruit bowl in the kitchen. Since we don't want you to tire your hands waving these insects away, we have listed some tips on how to avoid these flies and also a recipe for you to get rid of them. Avoid storing ripe fruits to avoid these bothersome flies. Don't let your fruits ripen too much in the kitchen. It is best to eat them as soon as possible. Throw food scraps in the trash. Another way of avoiding these flies in your kitchen and home is to throw away the food scraps. Always throw away any crumbs, grains, peels, and seeds. If you want to stop the flies from visiting you, never leave any food scattered on your sink or around your house. Use aromatic plants to chase the insects away. Did you know that some aromatic plants work as natural repellents? We talked about it in a recent video. Click here if you want to learn more. Many people use lavender, basil, rosemary, citronella, and bay seedlings to repel fruit flies. Learn now how to make a homemade recipe to shoo away fruit flies. This recipe is really good and will surely help you get rid of all the fruit flies around your home. Repeat it whenever necessary, and don't forget to keep up your usual cleaning routine. Take out the trash, don't let dirty dishes building up in the sink, keep your fruits covered, and use a cloth with some vinegar to clean your kitchen daily.